So it finally arrived. A package, very special package I've been waiting for a month and a half. It's been delayed for a month. It came yesterday. I had it sitting on a shelf over there. I didn't dare opening it. Very, very special package. I've been so waiting for this. We haven't done a vlog for a long time. Actually, I didn't do a vlog for a long time, and there are so many things I seriously have on my chest and want to talk about. It's been 2 years. It's going to be 2 years very shortly. I've been here on YouTube. It's been 15 years I work as a photographer. It's been 3 years this month I do figure skating. So I think it's about a time we do some vlog. I've been getting so many emails, so many comments on this YouTube channel, so many DM messages on social media. People are asking me for help, various variety of people. They need help because they want to do photography and videography as their job. They have no idea how to start. They have no idea what to do. They are stuck sometimes. Or sometimes I even feel they are not ready yet. And that made me thinking, because technology these days and the whole trade, the whole photography world and videography world is really changing on a daily basis these days. Is it even possible to make it in photography and videography in 2020? There are many different stages in your life. When I grabbed the camera 15 years ago and I started taking photos, I already had many years of modeling behind me. And I have to admit that it was a huge advantage for me when I was starting out, because I already knew how it is to be on the other side of the camera. I already knew how to pose. I worked with many different photographers, and whenever I was bored or was waiting between the shots, I kept asking, what is this light? What is that? What does it do? Why do we have it there? So I collected all the information throughout the years. For me, it was very simple, just to grab the camera and start taking photos. I already had all the knowledge there. I just needed to apply it practically. So naturally, I started taking photos of other models. I was doing modeling portfolios, just helping other models. Then glamour shots became popular, so I did a lot of glamour makeovers. I did some boudoir shoots as well. Eventually I started shooting weddings, which I shoot until this day. And now I am in a stage of transformation once again. I'm moving everything, I'm moving myself onto YouTube, because that's truly what I love. It's a mix of everything I learned in the past. I'm applying it. Everything I learned in past, I'm putting into this channel. Your career? Well, it depends on many different things. How old you are? Where do you live? Are you from big city, from small town, from village, from mountains? Are you single? Are you married? Do you have kids? What are your hobbies? All of it will dictate what the direction you will go and how much time you can put into it, how much you can eventually earn. When I started, I lived in a huge city, in the jungle, in big Toronto. And then we moved out of this huge city, we moved to a smaller town, and had kids. And at that point of my life, I pretty much almost lost all my business. Because being a woman, having a children, having a family is the priority. And at that time, I could not really work much. It was very difficult to work for clients. I could only work sometimes during the evening or whenever they were sleeping. I was simply so limited. So stock photography was my best bet at that time. That's what I did most of the time. And now after 10 years, I'm having that freedom again. I'm having a little bit more time and I can finally build my business again. It feels like I can live, I can be me again. throughout those 15 years, there were so many times I worked for free. So many times. It takes a very long time to prove yourself. You gotta build a very strong portfolio, show it to everybody, market yourself. You gotta prove them what you are capable of. You have to show what you can actually do. Now, selling yourself is the hardest part of all. Anybody can take photos these days, literally anybody. Anybody can do video, but to sell yourself, not everybody can do. Let me show you something. I think you've already seen this. These are my skates. Let's go to my office. I started skating 3 years ago. This month, it's exactly 3 years. When I started, I knew only how to go forward and stop, nothing else. The reason I started skating is because I needed an exercise, and going to gym and work out on the treadmill and looking to the same wall is just not doing it for me, sorry. And I also needed something to balance my mental health, you know, so to balance me mentally, because I was working from home. I was always in the same house 24/7. I was either working, taking care of my kids, cleaning, cooking and all that. Never watched TV, very rarely watched TV, and there was no time for me. There was nothing for me. And now, in 10 days, I'm going to my first ever skating competition. 10 days ago, I went to my practice, and as I was practicing jumps and all that, I felt that my right foot is getting a little bit loose when I'm landing. That's my landing foot. Came back to change room, took off my shoes, and I found out that this happened 20 days before the comp. And now we are probably wondering, why is she talking about the figure skating and all that when we should be talking about photography and video? It will be making a sense soon. It's got a point, I promise. Here is my fixed skate temporary solution, which should get me through next few weeks before I get new skates and break them in. But now, let's just go to my studio, which I have and I don't have. This is my studio. That studio over there, probably from here to there, with this gorgeous sound. What you don't see, that this is a yoga area and that's a workout area. It's a family room which we all share. But let's get out of this beautiful sound. Let's go up to the office. I've been in YouTube for 2 years now. At this stage, it's pretty good part-time, but it's still very far away from full-time. That's where I am recording my videos, and here is where I'm editing them. I only dream that one day I'm gonna have a proper studio outside of here, somewhere else, with all these sound panels and beautifully decorated background, which I won't have to build every single time I'm recording video and then take off every single time I'm done recording. But it's still a very long way to go. This year, in 2020, I'm not taking as many photography clients anymore because I want to focus on YouTube. I want to focus on you. I want to make sure I deliver very high quality content with as much detailed information as possible. I'm not really hoping to grow overnight. I'm not hoping to get skyrocketing big. I'm hoping in the steady growth, which I'm seeing right now, making sure I build a very solid, very strong base. Technology is constantly changing, it's constantly getting ahead. And they have cameras these days which almost take photos on their own. A lot of people can take pretty decent photos these days, and cameras are quite affordable. When it comes to photography and videography, you have to kind of be able to change on the go. You have to follow the current market, the current styles. You have to be able to adjust. You have to sort of be like a chameleon. How do you say chameleon?
Chameleon.
Chameleon. Because what worked in the past is not gonna work now. Definitely not gonna work now. Can you make it in photography and videography in 2020? I keep in touch with many of you through YouTube channel. I always keep in touch with you through the comments, and I believe in you. I know you can do this. I have faith in you. I simply know you can do this. Some of you might make it sooner. Some of you might make it way later. Most of you probably not in 2020, but eventually you will find your way to get to the point that you can say photography and videography is my full-time job. Anything you do, anything I'm doing here, as I was showing you my life, my figure skating, my photography, everything has the same pattern. It just repeats the same pattern. Stay focused, be consistent, and never give up. It will always gonna be very rocky. It will never be steady like this. It's gonna be up and down, up and down, up and down. One day you will be up, then you're gonna crash. One day you're gonna be up, and then you're gonna crash. Being self-employed, try to make it as a career in photography and video, it's a very rocky ride. It's always gonna be very unexpected. Be very hungry for improvement. If you just don't wanna do it and you're gonna watch TV and you just wanna leave it for later, you don't want enough. You are not ready. You don't want it enough. Build a very solid portfolio. Always educate yourself. When it comes to photography and videography, you need to educate yourself. That should never stop, because hey, the new technology is coming all the time. The styles are coming all the time. If you're not gonna be ahead of the game, if you're not gonna be step ahead of your competition, you're not gonna be the front runner. And very important, get a hobby. I've been watching so many videos lately, people talking about being burnt out. That should not really happen. Get a hobby, something which will take you away from the never-ending chain of stuff, of working towards something. Get a hobby where you have to leave everything, drop everything, go out, like me figure skating. When I go out, I clean my head gets rested, I come back, and I can create again. I make sure that my head stays creative by giving it the proper balance, knowing when to stop, go away, come back, and start again. Like I said, I believe in you. I know you can do this. Let's do this together. That reminds me, the package. Here's the package again. So nervous to open this, so nervous. It's the figure skating dress. See the pattern as I was telling you, up and down, up and down? Well, this has been delayed for 1 month. And the competition is being in 10 days. I have no idea if it's gonna fit. I have no idea how it's gonna go. And that it came now, I'm being super nervous. So let's do this. Let's see how it looks. I have no idea. Okay. Okay. Whoops. Wow. Okay. Wow. Not bad so far. Okay. We'll see. What are your goals and dreams for 2020? Let me know in comment section below. And if you liked today's video, hit the thumbs up button and subscribe to more, and I'll see everybody in the next one. Ciao, ahoj.